Superman versus Hulk. It's the most iconic comic book fight out there. But today, I'm going to show you why this fight has never even been close. And first, let's take a look at both of these guys' strength levels. Now, there have been a whole lot of different incarnations of the Hulk over the years. Savage Hulk, Professor Hulk, Grey Hulk, Devil Hulk, Lou Ferrigno Hulk, Worldbreaker Hulk. We're using a composite version of the character. And one thing's for sure, each version of the Hulk is incredibly strong. So strong, in fact, there have been several moments where Hulk has been fighting against another dude, whether it's another Hulk or the Red Hulk or giant talking pigs, and each time he's been shaking the entire world with his punches, the whole world, causing earthquakes around the world. During his Worldbreaker phase, he was so powerful that he was threatening to level Manhattan and destroy the entire East Coast with each step that he took. Another time when he was on Sakaar, the planet was threatening to break apart, rip right in two. And so Hulk just decided to jump on down there, dive to the center of the planet, and held the planet together. And then another time, while Hulk was back in his Worldbreaker phase, he was in a whole different dimension and fighting against Red She-Hulk. And they were going at it. So much so, Hulk literally destroyed the planet they were on and some of the surrounding moons just from the shockwave of his attack. So literally a world breaker. And you know what? There have been other times where Hulk is generating enough power to hold back a planet-destroying threat, or strong enough to support the weight of a whole star. These are just some of the incredible things that the Incredible Hulk has done. If there's one thing the big guy is known for, it's strength, and he has a ton of it. Now, Superman, on the other hand, is clearly no stranger to moving and lifting around planets. I mean, he's moved just the Earth almost more times than I can remember. He's pulled the Earth back into orbit along with Green Lantern, all while Starbreaker was trying to use his power to move the Earth into the sun. He's pulled the Earth again alongside both Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter. He's pulled the moon before, and just regularly pulled off planetary level feats. Now let's take a slightly closer look at that. So the Earth itself weighs 6.6 quintillion tons, or 6.6 billion trillion tons. That's what we're operating with here. Of course, if you're looking at the Starbreaker occurrence, well then you gotta cut that in half, because GL was helping here too. You can't discredit Hal, so that's 3.3 quintillion. But still, 3.3 quintillion tons. No small thing. But you want to take that and make it even more impressive? Well, what about the time where Superman bench pressed the whole weight of the Earth, all 6.6 quintillion tons of it, for 5 days straight? Only barely broke a sweat, wasn't even tired from it. And that is just crazy. The fact that that is nowhere near his max rep. And that's just everything we can quantify with science. Superman regularly deals in the extreme of extremes when it comes to strength. Like he's lifted an infinite book with infinite pages before. He's helped to pick up the Spectre, who is as heavy as all eternity. He's held black holes in the palm of his hand. He's even pushed around a compressed solar system before. But again, this is just some of the stuff that these heroes have done over the years. And for all intents and purposes, both of their strength levels are in fact infinite. Hulk is able to shatter dimensions, shake the whole multiverse. When Hulk stops holding back and his rage takes over, well, Hulk is able to stand up to King Thor when he had the entire Odin force on his side. Basically, Thor was a high outerversal level being, and Hulk was able to match up to him. Then also he fought the one below all, literally the embodiment of all the destruction and hate in the multiverse, and the opposite side of the one above all, the supreme ruler of the multiverse. Hulk managed to stand up to him. And you know what? Superman can do all that same stuff too. He's shattered timelines and broken the boundaries of space-time during some of his fights. He's actually even said that concepts like weight or even space-time have lost all their meaning to him. He's pushed apart whole realities before. He shook the whole Phantom Zone, an infinite, limitless, and endless universe, and even said that he could destroy it altogether. Then there's his fight with the World Forger. So the World Forger is this being from the sixth dimension, the brother of the Monitor and the Anti-Monitor. And his whole thing is creating universes, all in an attempt to craft the perfect multiverse. And it's Superman's job to stop that, because creating a new multiverse isn't really the best thing for the people living in the current multiverse. And so Superman begins to sun dip, starting at just one sun, then flying to more, until he's feeling faster, stronger, and more powerful than he ever has before, feeling more than ready to take on the World Forger. And man, take him on he did. With just one super punch, Superman not only beat the World Forger, left pretty much a continent-sized hole on the planet, but he also cracked and damaged the sixth dimension, and destroyed the World Forger's masterpiece, destroying an entire empty multiverse that was stored within that hammer. Yeah, basically what I'm saying is that you can scale both Superman and Hulk's strength up to literally infinite and limitless levels. I think Superman can reach this level of strength easier and quicker, but they can both operate in it, so we give it to both of them. Now, durability, well, it's basically the same thing. Like Hulk is quite possibly one of the toughest heroes to put down out there. Just a big, rage-fueled, green, muscle-amped-up guy who just refuses to go down. He can take countless punches from Hercules, can take an absurd amount of attacks from Thor, can battle against Sentry, or sometimes even several of those guys all at once and not go down. Just refuses to quit. And if anything ever does injure him, well, Hulk can almost immediately heal from it, like just in an instant. And as the immortal Hulk, well, Hulk is literally that, immortal. Even if you do manage to kill him, which is dang near impossible, his healing factor is one of the best in comics. Well, even then, Hulk will just come back from death itself. He's literally unkillable. And it's really the same with Superman. Like, what about the time where Hawkman hit Superman with the Claw of Horus, which, according to Hawkman, draws its power from the magnetic core of the Earth, meaning that he was essentially hitting Superman with the planet itself. Or what about the time where he was face to face with ancient devices that were causing massive earthquakes all over the world, and Superman was taking them head on and doing it at the center of the Earth, just to throw a little extra on top. He was doing it standing in an area as hot as the sun and 3 million times more pressure than the Earth's surface. He's been right there when two planets collided into each other, Apocalypse and New Genesis, which are much, much bigger than the Earth. He's survived attacks that could vaporize galaxies, survived universes collapsing. He's even survived 2 Big Bangs, which were described as infinities that were creating both space and time. Hulk might be the better one here. He's literally immortal. It's one of the best healing factors in all of comics. But Superman is nigh impossible to actually even injure in the first place. So it's basically a draw. You could argue either Superman or Hulk has the edge here. But this is where Superman begins to separate himself. Speed. Sure, Hulk has managed to fight against the likes of Hyperion, Thor, Gladiator, Silver Surfer, some pretty fast guys. But I won't even begin to hear it that he's as fast as Superman, or even remotely comparable to Superman's speed. I mean, just for starters, Superman can easily go faster than light speed. That's for sure a given. I mean, he's flown from the center of the universe to the Earth in just 60 days. A trip that would take light itself thousands and thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands of years. I mean, we don't even know what the actual center of the universe would be. But just to get to the center of the Milky Way galaxy would take something like 26,000 light years. We can't even fathom how big space is, how far away the center of the universe is, how long it would take light itself to travel there. And then Superman is doing it in 60 days? I don't even think we can understand how impressive that is. And he can operate in a fight just as fast too. I mean, even just besides doing stuff like punching Doomsday literally thousands of times in a second, he's able to perceive and move within microseconds and nanoseconds. Superman is very, very fast, and it's well in character for Superman to blitz opponents, using his speed in a fight to completely overwhelm them and land thousands of attacks while dodging all of his opponents. Clark's done it enough times that we can definitely say he'd do it here too. It's in his character. Then of course, there's his heat vision and his freeze breath, which is always significantly more powerful than people think. I mean, he's been able to pretty easily wreck people with his heat vision before in the past. He's even effectively vaporized Doomsday in his tracks. And that heat vision is constantly compared to the heat and temperature of the sun. Meanwhile, with his freeze breath, well, it's allowed him to create essentially hurricanes before. And that's where this fight always ends, and where Superman always separates himself from Hulk. Because when I say this fight isn't close, I don't mean that Hulk won't be able to press Superman, make him work for victory. Nothing like that. This will be one of Superman's hardest fights ever. But what I do mean is that when the fight begins, it's pretty much already decided. Superman is gonna win, and he's gonna win pretty much every single time. Superman is pretty much above Hulk, or at least equal to Hulk, in every physical stat, even strength. But Hulk can take a lot of punches, like a lot. And his punches are definitely going to be felt by Superman. But actually, the only thing keeping Hulk in the fight at the beginning is really Superman. He won't go all out right away until he begins to realize how powerful Hulk is. But when he sees Hulk can do a lot of damage, well, that's when he'll stop holding back. And a no holds barred, not holding back Superman is a very, very scary. Speed blitzing, heat vision, even sun dipping are all great examples of this. An all-out Superman is something that Hulk won't be able to take on, at least not on a consistent basis. That's even at Hulk's strongest and angriest too. Yeah, Superman should always be able to beat Hulk. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're gonna see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.